QBTS is up 1.86% in the pre-market session of today, the 17th of April, 2025. Just like the broader market, it rallied on the 9th of May, as 9th of April, roughly a week ago. And since that time, this is its 4-hour chart, by the way. And what we're looking at right now is its market greed. So after that rally, the volatility was expansion was contracted. If you can see, this market grid, it expanded all the way towards 8.05, and it has this low of 6.29 because of that expansion. So it has, since you can see, it's gradually contracting. But I on this far chart, I can say maybe has the contraction is actually now has probably concluded. It's now tracking down towards tracking downwards. It has tracked downwards, even though we're expecting it to pick up strength, based on extrapolation of its 10 period moving average. However, if you have a look at its daily chart, let's see now. I mean, we're, if you like, we're zooming in. So we are now on its 4-hour chart. You can see that this is the same expansion from that of the ninth. It continued up till yeah, this is the expansion of yeah, actually on the stock actually continued to show, it continued to pick up strength up till 11th on the daily chart, closed higher further, yeah, continue to expand up till rather the price continued to increase up till the 11th, and then the expansion okay, yeah, actually began to contract, yeah, right around that time. But has it sufficiently contracted? That is the question. Has it sufficiently contracted? The extrapolation of its 10-day moving averages for weakness. That's also the case with its 21-day moving average. And we have the opening up a wedge, which is not really of, it's just, I think it's just providing a channel that is going to indeed continue to track downwards, And we have a bottom that is expected to print on the 1st of May, and then maybe from the second, maybe higher prices, it may attempt to pick up some momentum. But the question here is, has it sufficiently contracted? Because if it hasn't, this is just theoretically. If it hasn't, maybe it may still continue to do so. And we also have to have a look at its weekly chart, because we are zooming out, rather not zooming in. We are zooming out here as well. We can see that this is that expansion as well. This is today. This is the night. This is the 10th of March. Yeah, on the 10th of March. Like I told you earlier on the day, it progressed. It increased further. So this was printed on the 10th of March. This this price was printed on the 10th of March. It's a weekly chart. So we can see now this expansion is because this expansion here. You can see that. You can see how the market greed expanded. It takes cognizance of what has price action, volatility and all that. Just like a standard deviation will probably increase when prices are increasing. Standard deviation, of course, how has it moved away from its mean? So if the price keeps on rising, its its divergence from the mean will also expand. That is to some extent what this is. This is, it just gives you an idea of what how this comes about. So a question now is, has it contracted enough? Because usually when they contract, this theoretically, when after contracting, then maybe some structure might come out, more participation, more buyers may start coming into the stock, because that rally from the on the ninth was, it shocked people. You won't believe it. It shocked people, shocked. Well, you could say, yeah, people, exactly. Funds and individuals, it shocked them a lot. Because it was just one sided. Short covering, everything was buying, 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 and they were not buying to hold. They were buying to close, buying to close, buying to close. So yeah, and usually after contracting, then we see what the next direction is. So the question is, on the daily chart and on the weekly chart, has it sufficiently contracted? You know, who knows? We don't have. Okay, we might have a look and see if there are projections here. We're just going to remove this market grid and see what the projections are saying. Let's see. Okay, here this is the weekly chart. What do we have? We have 2.33. I mean, as a matter of fact, 0.6887, 2.33, and 4.99. Not very kind to the stock. Not kind at all. Very very bearish projections. Let's have this. Yeah, let's have a look at the daily chart. On the daily chart, what do we have in terms of projections? We have yeah, we have a downward projection of 5.85, upper projection of 6.74, 13.27, 16.13, 17.91. So what, based on these projections on the daily chart, it's probably indicating that if anything, there will be, it's if anything, volatility might be prevalent in on based on its daily chart, might be prevalent. In other words, if it spikes, if it spikes, doubles or gains momentum, it may not hold it. It may not hold it because we're not seeing this sort of projections on its weekly chart. So it could be totally wrong. It could be, those are just projections. Things can happen. There are a lot of things that can influence the markets. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Let's see. On the 4-hour chart, we clearly know that it's yeah, it's tracked downwards, but of late now it's picking up momentum. So here we also have some projections, some downward projections. I think 6.1, and then 6.57. Okay, there's two downward projections, 5.8 to 6.1. Upper projections, I can say 6.57, 7.81, 8.5, and 8.93. Still, well, in this 4-hour chart, it's you can see the projections here are not as high. At least yeah, they're not the most extreme. Upper projections are not as extreme as the ones on the daily chart, indicating that within within the hourly chart, yeah, there might still be volatility, but it's still moderated. It's still is moderated here on the 4 chart. It's moderated, and on the daily chart, it's a lot more ambitious. A lot more ambitious, and um, yeah, it's hard to align the two of them because you would expect maybe it makes it a lot convenient if the daily chart is projecting lower prices, and then the 4-hour chart is projecting higher prices. So, well, what could it could it doesn't really, these are just simulations and projections. So it may well print and close at those daily prices, the daily projections, and the projections on this 4-hour chart may still not be changed. They may still be maintained. They may still remain what they are. So the question is, has it finished contracting? It seems to have finished contracting on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, but maybe not convincingly on the daily and weekly charts. So see what you make of QBTS. Currently now up 1.71. There isn't any fresh news concerning the stock. They are not getting enough attention of late, but they will still be. They will. They when the news comes around, they will be. When the time comes, they will. They will pause. Let's have a look and see QBTS short interest. Let's see, 17.79, I think. So that's also healthy. That's decent. 17.79, yeah. So That's what we're looking at right now. So see what you make of QBTS, and thank you very much for watching this video.